It's the type of place where people back in the day would like build statues for and temples for and come across lands just to see the beauty of him. And I completely would understand. Like if I would see like some old parchment paper from back in the day and they were like, oh, there's this man that people would like literally cross oceans to see, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's like a lot. But then when I would see the image, I'd be like, you know what? I understand.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
Hi, my name is Skyy, yes, double Y, and welcome to my channel, Skyy Explains It All, or if you've already been here before, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my crushes throughout the years from horror movies slash like horror television series. So we're going to get right into it, starting off with Adam Stubbs from the movie May. Y'all, if you saw my last video where I talked about my anime crushes, I love men with long hair. I love the long locks. I love the luscious locks. I just love men with long hair. It's like a cute little shaggy look. He's a little scruffy. He's a little eccentric. He's a little weird. And he likes horror and weird things. So I feel like he and I will get along perfectly. Because I first saw May when I was way too young to be watching it. I'm pretty sure I was like in maybe 4th grade. How I saw it, I probably was like on one of those movie channels. I talk about May actually in one of my Freaky Fridays videos I did. It was like my first video I did doing Freaky Fridays discussing May. I'll have it linked up here somewhere. I need to get back into doing those Freaky Fridays videos. But anyway, I always thought that Adam was cute and he's definitely still a crush to this day. He's a very handsome man, beautiful bone structure. You know, I wasn't that into his hands like May was, but very much a looker. So my next crush was Ash Williams from the movie Army of Darkness. Now, listen, I already had a crush on Bruce Campbell because he was in Xena Warrior Princess and I just always had a crush on him. I just thought he was attractive. So seeing him in Army of Darkness as a kid, I was obsessed. And funny thing, Army of Darkness, for the longest time I had no idea it was linked to Evil Dead, because when I was watching Army of Darkness, I'm pretty sure it was coming on in like the Sci-Fi channel, and I remember it being on TV in like the late 90s, and it didn't really seem like a horror movie. It just kind of seemed like this very kitschy, campy thing. Like it didn't really feel like it was meant to be spooktacular, right? And it wasn't until maybe I got into high school where I put 2 and 2 together that Evil Dead and Army of Darkness were like, they're a part of the whole thing. It's like a trilogy, if you will. So I didn't know that for the longest time, and I was like, oh, you know, that makes sense. But yes, definitely had a crush on Ash. I just always thought that Bruce Campbell was a very good-looking man. My next crush I had was Frederick Loren from House on a Haunted Hill. First of all, if you guys have not seen House on a Haunted Hill, the one from the 1950s, highly recommend watching it. It's a nail-biter. Not in the sense that it's like scary for like today's times with horror movies, like we're so desensitized with violence and all that other stuff, but it's just like if you've never seen it before, you're literally questioning everything and everybody. It feels more like, honestly, like a murder mystery movie than like a horror movie, at least for me and in the times we're in. Maybe if I was back in the 50s and I hadn't been seeing movies like, I don't know, Saw, then it would be scary. I love Vincent Price. If you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know I love spooky, kooky, scary things, and I love Vincent Price. I just love when men back in the day, you know, they had the pomade, they had their suit, they had their tie, they just looked put together, and he very much always had that. That is the king of the night. That is the horror king. Like, shout out to Vincent Price, R.I.P. And based on what I've read, he also was a very good person, like, especially for the times that he was living in, if you're getting my drift of where I'm going with this. So shout out to Vincent Price, very handsome man, very talented, and voice like velvet. So 1 for Frederick Loren, he's still up there for me. So next, Theodora. I told you guys in my bi origin story video that I made a while ago about how Catherine Zeta-Jones was like literally one of my wives growing up, and she's just beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's stunning, and her fits in the movie are 10 out of 10. Like, I love all her outfits. She's just so beautiful and confident and was just like, she has this air about her. She's just so pretty. So definitely one of my big horror movie crushes. Next, Seok-Woo. I am so sorry to everyone in Korea if I am pronouncing my husband Gong Yu's fictional name in this movie, Train to Busan. I am so sorry. Seok-Woo? Seok-Woo.
Seok-Woo.
Is this right?
Seok-Woo.
Saku?
Seok-Woo.
Saoku. Saoku. Is that how you say it? Saoku. Okay. Saoku. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry, but I tried. I even Googled it. So, Seok-Woo, played by my husband, Gong-Yoo, and Train to Busan. I mean, it's Gong-Yoo. It's the same thing with Catherine Zeta-Jones. Pretty much whatever movie he's in, I'm gonna have a crush on him because this is a beautiful man. Like, shout out to his parents, shout out to his genealogy, shout out to his ancestors for creating a divine line of human beings, because this is on another level. Like, this is the type of face where people back in the day would like built statues for and temples for and come across lands just to see the beauty of him. And I completely would understand. Like, if I would see like some old parchment paper from back in the day and they were like, oh, there's this man that people would like literally cross oceans to see, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's like a lot. But then when I would see the image, I'd be like, you know what? I understand. So yes, Gong-Yoo can never do any wrong, and he just keeps getting better and better with age. Like, shout out to him. Not only very handsome, but also a fantabulous actor. My next crush was Louis from Interview with the Vampire. Like, I was never someone who was like a Brad Pitt stan. Like, it was always like Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, George Clooney, like those men that people were always goo goo gaga for. Johnny Depp was always my husband. But Brad Pitt, like, I could always acknowledge he was a handsome man, but I just wasn't like swooning like everyone else was. But I can acknowledge he's a very attractive man. But I will say, in this Interview with the Vampire, had me. Before the transformation, after the transformation, like, I could see why Lestat was so linked to him for so long, because I wouldn't want to leave that either. Like, we're going to sit down, we're going to work it out, we're going to talk, because there's no way I'm letting that go. Like, we can't go up from here. Like, this is the pinnacle. Like, everything else is just, you know, I'm settling. So, shout out to Louis. Ponytail was giving too. Ian McKinley in Final Destination 3. Fine. Handsome, had me locked in. I was very much a scene kid growing up. I was in the alt space.
And oh my god, I miss you so much. How you been? Well, we should hang out sometime. MySpace me for sure.
And so I loved me a good emo boy. I loved me some eyeliner, guy liner, as we used to call it back in the 2000s. I loved me a guy with some black nail polish, and Ian McKinley was hitting all of those points. He had the jet black hair. He was just doing it up. Back to Interview with the Vampire, but more recently, the AMC series, Sam Reed as Lestat. He said, be my companion. I was like, are you talking to me? You talking to me? You can't be talking to Louis, because the way you're looking, I feel like the energy is for me, and I want to take it all in and then give you even more. Is he toxic? Yes. Is he evil? Yes. Is he trifling? Yes. But look at the material. Like, listen, we can acknowledge that he's beautiful and also an awful human. Well, not a human anymore. We can acknowledge that he's beautiful and also an awful thing, right? He's done some terrible, dreadful, wicked things. But he's just so handsome and charismatic, and the way his movements are, his mannerism, he sings. He's a great actor. He plays the piano, like, just a stunner all the way, 10 out of 10. If we don't look at his moral character. Next crush was Eric Draven in The Crow. First of all, rest in peace to Brandon Lee. So handsome. Like I said, I love guys with long hair, and he was one of them. He had the beautiful long dark hair. He had the cheekbones, and the paint and all the black leather just, it did it for me. Always loved alternative men, and I still do. Give me some long hair, honey. Give me some leather on leather. Give me an all black look. Like, I'm multifaceted. Like, I love me a man with a suit and the hair slicked back, but I also love a man who looks like he's about to go avenge his fiance from the people who brutalized him and her, which caused him to go into the grave and then come back as an entity known as the Crow. So that's where I'm at with that. And again, RIP to Brandon Lee. My last and final horror crush is Dr. Frank-n-Furter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Y'all, Frank-n-Furter was so impactful on me as a teenager, to the point where I thought about even just making a video specifically just for him, because we're getting closer. We're about to get a little personal. So I was 14 when I first saw the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I remember it well. My friend, I was with her and her family in New York City the summer of 2007. We went to the Virgin Mobile Megastore, and my friend said that her friends were telling her about this movie called the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So we went in the store, she found the DVD, and we took it back to the hotel. We popped in the disc and started to watch. And when I saw this man come out, I knew it was Tim Curry, but it wasn't Tim Curry anymore for me. That wasn't Nigel Thornberry anymore. That was a totally different person and had me in a trance. And I was thoroughly confused as to why, because I was sitting there clearly having my schmexual awakening. And I was so confused because I was like, why am I attracted to him? He's wearing makeup, and not like the guy liner stuff I like very hyper feminine. He's wearing a corset and platform heels and thigh-high tights, and I was like, he's attracted. Like, I'm attracted to him, but like, why am I attracted to this man? Like, I was so confused why I was attracted to him. Like, very confused to the point where y'all are gonna scream. If you're a millennial or Gen X, y'all remember Yahoo Answers, right? So this is what we would do back in the day before there was Reddit. I'd Google a question and hope that someone else on Yahoo Answers asked it. So I Googled, why is Frank-n-Furter from Rocky Horror Picture Show so attractive? And I always put in Yahoo Answers at the end. And when I tell you, there were multiple posts of people asking the same question, and I felt so validated and being like, I'm glad it's not just me who was wondering, why are we so attracted to this person? And even when I was like 19, I was like in this group with some older people, and they were like, why do I find him so attractive? And this woman literally just made it so simple. She just walks by so casually and she goes, it's because he's hot, and kept walking. And I was like, you know what? That's it. That's why he's hot. So those are my horror movie / horror TV crushes, at least for now, because I really love horror movies, and I also like swooning over fictional characters. If you like this video, like it. If you're enjoying the content I make here, please subscribe. I'd very much love to have you here. And y'all, leave me a comment down below. Like, in this video, did I list any of your crushes from horror movies / TV series? Or who are some of your horror movie crushes I may have not talked about? Let me know, please, down in the comments below. Discuss. I'm looking forward to reading them. And thank you so very much for watching. And until next time, I have to return some videotapes. Bye, guys.